I feel like college is very different to what you expect. So like, go with no expectations, take that away straight away. And also, college experience for everyone is so different. It's what you put in it is what you get out of it. Like if I decided, I'm not saying this is the case, but say if I went to college and was like, oh, I don't want to be here today, I'm feeling lazy, you can do every single class with that mindset and gain nothing out of it. And that does happen to a lot of people. Or you can turn up, you can show up, you can give it your all, and you're going to gain so much from it.
Welcome to Studio Sessions, a video series for creative performers. Each week we go behind the scenes on the shoots and sit down with guests to discuss their careers, the creative industry, and share the lessons they've learned along the way. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
How was that shoot today for you?
I think the best shoot we've done yet. And we've done a lot now. We
have, yeah.
But this was definitely my favourite.
Cool, so do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Ruby Hood. I've just recently graduated college, literally like 3 weeks ago, and I'm a dancer.
How's graduate life so far?
Well, I've only been back, I'm pretty sure 3 weeks. And the first week I did a job, which was amazing. So it was chucked straight in the deep end. And then the other week I've just come off holiday. So I've kind of had a nice mix of doing work and a break. Because obviously 3 years is a long time. So it was nice to chill on holiday. But now I'm reality, get to work.
How did it feel obviously just graduating and then getting a job straight away?
Well, obviously it was good, because it gave me a confidence, and I feel like it's good from an outside perspective because they'll be oh, she's working straight away.
Yeah.
But it's also I was chucked in and I had to straight away be on the same level as the girls that have been working for years. But it was nice because everyone was so friendly and they helped us out, and obviously I was with Hetty as well. So we're in the same situation, but yeah, it was fab. I had a great time.
Going through to our shoot today, so if we could break down look one.
Yeah.
What was the reason you bought that?
Well, I said earlier about I'd done a kind of similar look with the slick, long, tight clothing, all black, and I really liked it, but there was just something I didn't love about the pictures, and I wanted to try with the gloves because I can't remember who I'd seen, but I'd seen someone do it, a cute glove, and I really liked it. So I put them together and I put on the outfit, and I loved it. And I also thought it's kind of something, say if I was to audition for something like Moulin Rouge, I was it's that kind of vibe. So if I went with that picture and I was wearing a very similar outfit, I thought that was quite a good way to think about it.
Yeah. So obviously you just graduated. What are your hopes as a performer going forwards?
Well, obviously because I'm still really young at the minute, this year I kind of want to focus on myself. Obviously I want to work and stuff, and I've got jobs coming up and I'm looking forward to them, whatever, but I do really want to focus on myself because I feel like there's a big shift that's going to happen now, because even maturities wise, being at college is so different to graduating and having to work and stuff. And even I was living away from home and now I'm going back to living at home. I feel like there's a lot that's going to change, and I want to focus on myself and keep getting better, and I still want to train loads. So I think that's the main thing I'm going to focus on, but I do want to obviously do a lot of work and experience different things.
And when you say focus on yourself, what kind of things will you be focusing on?
I want to obviously training, going to the gym, all stuff like that. Even seeing my friends and family, catching up with them that I haven't seen, to make me happier and stuff.
And in terms of structure as well, how are you gonna, because you've gone from a world of someone's telling you what to do every day from the moment you wake up effectively to the moment you leave college. How are you going to structure your days to make sure that you don't just get lost in doing nothing?
Yeah, well, I'm a very much a get up and go person, so I feel like I'm going to be fine, and I go to the gym all the time. Even class, because I live so close to London, I'll be in class all the time. That's kind of the main things. The gym is the thing I'd say is the thing that gets me up and out.
So do you go first thing in the morning?
Yeah, as soon as I wake up, straight to the gym. And then I feel like I've done something. So say if I don't do anything for the rest of the day, I'm not guilty, oh, you've done nothing. I'm always like, at least I've gone to the gym.
Yeah,
like,
I think that morning time is so, I think that's so undervalued for a lot of people. I think a lot of people like to have a bit of a lazy morning.
yeah,
But like, if you can get up and like go to the gym or do anything that's productive for your career, like for example, I love to like, if I can get up early and then think, okay, well, if no one can talk to me for the next 3 hours, I can just get loads of work done.
yeah.
It gets to a certain time of the day and you're like, well, I've done so much and it's not even lunchtime yet.
And then you do what you want. Like.
Exactly, yeah. I think it's better to like treat yourself with almost like a reward for doing the work in the morning.
Yeah.
And then the afternoon's yours.
Yeah.
Cool. So going to the second look now.
Yeah.
What was that and why did you bring that?
I saw on Pinterest this jacket and I really wanted to recreate this outfit that I saw. But the jacket was always sold out and I was like, great. And when it came to this shoot, I was looking just at outfits and stuff, and it just came up out of nowhere, and I was like, oh my god, I have to do it. But then I was struggling with the bottom half, and I was like, well, what do I do now? And I tried loads of different things, and even today, like when I came, I tried different things. I just wasn't sure. But then I liked what we did in the end when I did the no tights, because I just thought it looked like you said, the colour palette worked better.
So obviously you just graduated now, but kind of going back to college or in your career up until now, what has been your kind of like biggest achievement or what you're most proud of?
If there's anything like in specific that I'm like most like proud of, but throughout like college, like 'cause obviously it is so hard, like one of the best things for me was like my group of friends, like having like all the people, like I would say that's one of the best things. Like it's not a job, it's not whatever, like, but that fulfilled me the most throughout college because I had people like I can always rely on, and especially like moving out of college, like at 16, like moving out of home, like that's a big deal and you're so young and you don't realise at the time, so having the people around me like made such a difference.
And I feel like as well, like I feel like your kind of presence on social has kind of really helped the fact you've got other people around to kind of come with it. Like a lot of your TikTok videos feature other people.
Yeah.
What was your kind of advice to people who want to kind of do well on TikTok, maybe in terms of like dance?
TikTok wise, honestly, it's so random, to be honest. So I just think like, don't try to be anyone else, don't copy anyone else, because the algorithm is so like, people might love like, say like, I don't even know, if you're good at art or something.
Yeah. And
you posted that, the algorithm might love that. Not to say that's a trend, but they might love it. So like, you've got to just be yourself, do your own thing, and then the more consistent you are doing it, you will get like the views and stuff. Like it is a gradual thing, but it will just happen one day.
So coming on to the third look, what was the kind of the thoughts behind that one?
So I actually wore the skirt on holiday with the boots, and I was feeling myself. I was like, I need to use this skirt, and it's not my skirt, it's my friend's skirt. And I was like, please let me wear it. So when I was at home, I was like, right, I've got the skirt, I've got the boots. What do I do now? Like, so this is my issue. I find one thing and I'm like, yeah.
What do you pair it with?
What do I pair it with? But then sometimes it's good. I like having something so I can work with that and find other things to match.
What would be your advice to kind of a younger dancer who's maybe kind of starting college this year, to kind of help them kind of in the next few years?
I feel like college is very different to what you expect. So like, go with no expectations, take that away straight away. And also college experience for everyone is so different. It's what you put in it is what you get out of it. Like if I decided, I'm not saying this is the case, but say if I went to college and was like, oh, I don't want to be here today, I'm feeling lazy, you can do every single class with that mindset and gain nothing out of it. And that does happen to a lot of people. Or you can turn up, you can show up, you can give it your all, and you're going to gain so much from it. And also when you're at college, you're doing loads of different classes. There are going to be classes you don't enjoy, but you don't realise you can gain stuff from even those ones, like, because it's something completely different. And that's the main thing I would say. I don't know if it's all colleges, but especially Wilkes. It's so versatile, like all the different styles. Like even say like tap, for example, not necessarily my thing, but I went and like I improved whatever, and now like I'm doing a job where I'm doing tap. Like, oh, really? So random. That's like cool.
Yeah, I think that mindset of going into it like, no, even if you don't want to be there on that day, or even if you don't think you want to do that class, just giving it everything, because you don't know where that's going to lead you. Like you don't know what can happen in the future. So going on to the fourth look, we'll kind of call it 4 and 5, because I feel like they were both kind of like our sporty ones. What was the kind of like thoughts behind those?
So with this one, obviously you asked me to shoot before.
Yeah.
And then I went to like this workshop and I was speaking to my agent and I was like, what do I need? And he was like, oh, like you really need some sporty looks. Like he was like, he thinks it will be such a good move because of like my look and like my body image and stuff. So like I was thinking about it, and obviously I'd spoken with you and I was like, is it okay if we do like more of a sporty look? And obviously you were like, yeah. And I spoke to my agent like what he thought would look best, and the main thing like he was saying was like this like dark look with like, and like the water and stuff.
Yeah.
So we kind of like worked with that. I created this mood board, and I sent it to you, and then obviously that was the outcome.
Yeah.
But it was everything, actually everything and more. Like I think they're my favourite pictures, and it's not even like a fashion outfit.
How do you feel like your confidence has changed from doing shoots over the past few years?
Oh my God, the difference. Like we were talking about this, like my first shoot, I was so, like you're so nervous like when you haven't shot before, so I didn't know how to pose. Like my outfits were horrendous. And then I feel like my second shoot was actually with Evie.
Mm-hmm.
So that I think that gave me a little bit more confidence because it was her first one and I had like the experience. So like that gave me a little bit of confidence. And then I feel like gradually as it's gone on, like you just learn what looks good on yourself, and like say like when you like help out with all the poses and stuff, like I know like in what kind of way to make it look good on me. Like I think it's more you just get to know yourself.
I think the people who I've shot with like a lot of times over the years, the growth you see in those people is like so significant.
And it makes you feel so much more comfortable like coming in, because I know as soon as I come in we're gonna be chatting the whole time. Like it's just gonna be a good vibe. That's automatically like, I feel like that's the one thing like every time, like obviously now I know it's different, but when I first came in, like you just made it such a good energy. Like I feel like you chatted to me before we even started the shoot, so it was like I was straight away like, obviously I was nervous, and then I was just like, oh, like this is gonna be good, like this is fine.
So one reason I've kind of want to get lots of graduates on this as well is to be able to kind of come back in maybe like a year's time or something and see how things have grown. Because I think that's something that like that journey from kind of graduating to kind of moving into the industry, I feel like isn't documented well enough, and I feel like there's not enough help out there for those people. So I feel like it'd be really nice to show that kind of journey. What are your kind of like biggest hopes for next year and kind of like career going forward? Like how do you kind of like want to see your career developing?
Well, I've always said that I want to mainly do commercial jobs, but recently I've gone to like more MT auditions, not necessarily like for long contracts, but like short contract MT jobs, and I've really enjoyed the auditions and I've done like well in them. So I kind of like switched my mindset, like maybe I need to be more open. So I think I'm just gonna be like open to diving into anything really, because like I'm gonna be like a yes person now. Like I can't be saying no now. Like I've literally just graduated, so I'm just gonna go in for anything, try for anything, and then just see how it goes.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming. This has been very fun.
I've had the best time.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this episode, please share it. If you want to see more of these, click subscribe. And if you've got any questions or anything you want to ask, just drop them in the comments below. See you in the next session.